Om Namah Shivaya. Pranam everyone, Asenest Fire here on the way of Dharma. Our topic for today, we are going to talk about a lot of things, including using magic to influence other people. So before you start to judge me, please make sure that you do subscribe. Please make sure that you like and stay tuned. Watch till the end if you ever make it to the end. This is a video I'll be uploading on my membership section of the channel because it will involve tricks and tips on how to actually influence the target at which you are aiming at, which could be a potential lover, which could be someone whom you want to curse, which could be just a specific target. So this video came about a post that I saw on a group. It was from an anonymous member who wanted to know what was wrong. This anonymous member had actually done an attraction ritual to do what? To attract the opposite gender. This person is actually a male, but then he discovers that there's a girl from his past who is actually following him and chasing him. At the time when he wanted the girl was attractive and she had a partner at the time. So he didn't persist on to actually get the girl. So years later, he did this ritual. Now this girl is making advances at him. But now the problem is this. He doesn't feel the same way as he used to about the girl, because physically she has changed and a lot of things had changed. So he decided that he doesn't want the girl. So with this post, I then commented and said to him and asked if he had done any attraction rituals. And then he told me that he had done so. And then I told him that this girl following him around is a result of those attraction rituals or attraction spells. So I then told him that these results came about him not knowing what he wants in a mate, in a partner. So these are the results that he has to accept, basically. So, and then this is how the video came into play. I then decided to make a video to actually guide you through to hitting the target magically, to make sure that you get the person that you desire, whether it be your partner, whether it be someone you want to curse, to teach a lesson, an enemy. You need to hit the target. When we are starting out in occult sciences and magical practice, we are told that we shouldn't hit people with spells, whether to influence them to love you or to hit them with curses or hexes, unnecessarily so. So, as an occultist, you gain a certain power, and then with that power comes a responsibility. However, the way we are cautioned against such practices, it makes us attached to wanting to become good people, regardless of the circumstances. So you may encounter someone who is in actuality an enemy, who wants to destroy you. But because you have read such works which discourage you from cursing people, you are now unable to act in a way that you are supposed to under such circumstances. So that's what happens basically. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said that Arjuna didn't want to go into battle against the enemies. I'm sorry, I had to deal with a few enemies that were actually making noise outside. So yes, I had to do that. Sorry for the pause. So where was I? I was saying that in the battle against the enemies, Arjuna didn't want to fight because he was attached to the idea of not reacting to external stimuli, reacting to what the enemies would do to you, to a point whereby he was tamasic, he was inert and couldn't follow the instructions of the Lord Krishna, which was also a sin of its own, being attached to something to a point whereby you are inert, you are unchangeable basically. So that's what happened basically to Arjuna. And then with this teaching, it teaches us that we shouldn't be attached to a certain polarity, a certain character, a certain moral obligation. We should be malleable, as our physical form, that is, should be malleable. So we shouldn't be attached to any one side of life. So before I even go further into detail about this tantric art of hitting the right target, let us go into another hermetic principle which would put this into perspective so that you would understand what we are talking about here. Everything is energy and everything is in constant motion. Everything is vibrating basically. You see a microphone, it's vibrating at a frequency which makes its particle to become a microphone. Remember, these were once raw materials. So when you make them to vibrate in a certain frequency, they start to become a microphone. When you are a person and you are in poverty and you can't attain nothing, you are vibrating in a vibration of lack. You are merely vibrating there. To be successful, you have to attain or vibrate to a certain level whereby you are able to attain stuff, basically. So the obstacles you hit along the way, they are the steps to the vibration that you want to attain. Let me make an example. When you are starting a YouTube channel, the first milestone is to get 10 subscribers. You are vibrating at 0. Once you attain 10 subscribers, firstly, on your path to attaining 10 subscribers, it will be hard for you because you are now raising your vibration to that of 10. After attaining 10 subscribers, it's much easier to attain another 10 subscribers in a shorter period of time because now you would be vibrating in the tens. So it's much easier for you to attain 10 subscribers. So as you attain 10 subscribers, you no more vibrate at 0. You instead vibrate at 10. So same thing with life. When you become a magician, you are merely changing your frequencies to vibrate at certain vibrations of frequency, vibrational frequencies. So when you are a tantric is a name for magician in the Vedic Sanatana Dharma spiritual path. So when you do that, you are using the forces of nature, which appear to be external, to actually attain what you want. How so, if you ask me? Suppose you want to awaken the Kundalini. There are certain tantras that you practice to actually awaken the latent forces within you, which are the Kundalini, the Mata Shakti. You use magical tools that you find outside of your body. You perform a ritual, it awakens those internal latent faculties. So if you were not a tantric and solely focusing on mysticism, which is the path of meditation, dhyana or Raja Yoga, instead of doing all those tantric rituals, you'd be doing what? Meditating and concentrating on attaining that frequency of awakening the Kundalini, and then it would happen automatically. Because of our different temperaments in life, it's much easier for us to follow certain paths, and certain abilities come easily to us. Suppose you are a person who is Rajasic and can't sit down for meditation. What can you do? Tantra is for you. If you are a Sattvic person who can sit for meditation, you can simply follow Raja Yoga. A fraction of each of the paths is essential for each and every practitioner. You understand? So let's go back to our topic of hitting the target. The topic of hitting the target in Tantra, that tantric working, is in fact called Pallava. Sarva Pallava Swarupaya. It's called Pallava. Pallava denotes to the fact of hitting the target. You understand? When you're starting out in Magick, it's very, very hard to hit the target. So I then told this person, or rather, I then created a post to see if anyone was interested in joining the membership program on my YouTube. I wanted to see who's interested so that I can offer them this art of Pallava. So what am I saying basically? I am saying that I created a post telling those people about my experiences. When I started out in the occult path, I used to do like random spells of attracting people of the opposite sex. So let me do that. Let me see. Attracting people of the opposite sex. So I was doing rituals to attract them. And then one time, the first time actually, I attracted someone who is not very good looking, who I wouldn't regard as a suitable partner for me and my future, basically. At the time, having that young mind and having that energy, I couldn't tell what I wanted in a mate, basically. I think it doesn't come with age, basically. It's a vibrational mind thing, basically. You know, if you don't have anyone, you begin to think that anyone you come across would be a suitable mate for you. So I then did a ritual. In my intent, I didn't specify the type of girl that I wanted. So I then found myself gravitating to a website, a dating site that is, and then I met a few ladies over there. One ugly one who was and I hope YouTube doesn't penalize me for this. One who is not too good looking basically, and he was overweight basically. And then I scratched that off, went off of the site basically. And then I went out to see a friend of mine. And then for some reason, I found myself staying out late at night basically. Come to find out that someone came along who is from the same vicinity, and we ended up going into my bedroom and we ended up copulating basically. So let me do this